I don't know what comes next, but I don't regret any of this.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unsatisfying romance movie endings.
I'm always gonna love you.
I'm always gonna love you too.
For this list, we'll be looking at romance films that left us wanting more, or, in many cases, something different. And since we'll be discussing the end of these movies, this is your spoiler alert. What romance flick left you unsatisfied? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. 5 Feet Apart. In 5 Feet Apart, Stella and Will are teenagers with cystic fibrosis who must stand apart at all times in order to not infect one another.
5 feet apart. Deal? Are you in?
Stella is in the hospital waiting for a lung transplant, while Will is taking part in a new drug trial. Naturally, the two fall in love.
God, you're beautiful. And brave. Wish I could touch you.
In the end, the lung transplant comes through, but the new drug is not working for Will, causing him to leave.
I don't want to go. All I want is to be with you. I can't.
The movie ends with Stella posting a video encouraging people to appreciate the ones they love. This seems to imply that Will passed away.
So, if you're watching this, and you're able, touch him. Touch her. Life's too short to waste a second.
The book, on the other hand, ends with Will watching the video in an airport and the two running into each other. Much more satisfying. Number 9. Chances Are. The film Chances Are has a lot going on. To sum it up, Louis dies, skips heaven, and is reincarnated right away as Alex.
Who were you?
I mean, I was no one special.
Oh, we're all special.
I mean, I wasn't Cleopatra or Hannibal or someone great or famous.
I know you weren't Cleopatra. I was.
23 years later, Alex meets his former wife, the now widowed Corinne. In the end, Corinne winds up with Alex's best friend, who has always loved her, while Alex gives in to his feelings for Miranda.
Philip,
Yeah?
there's something I have to tell you.
Now? I'm in love with Miranda. I know.
Who is Miranda, you ask? She is Corinne's daughter, who, you guessed it, is also Alex's daughter from his past life as Louis.
People change. Not as much as you generally, but we've both changed.
See where we're going with this one? Sure, Alex doesn't have any memory of his past life anymore, but we sure do.
Do you know who I am?
You're Mrs. Jeffries, you're Miranda's mother.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Number 8. While You Were Sleeping. In While You Were Sleeping, Lucy is initially in love with a stranger in a coma, but then falls in love with his brother, Jack.
Jack? Jack. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't marry your brother?
But in true rom-com fashion, things get turned around when the stranger wakes up. Also in classic rom-com style, the film ends with Jack making a sweet marriage proposal while his quirky family looks on.
Marry me?
Yeah. I love you.
I love you back.
Okay, so we get the happy ending we wanted with this one, but we wanted more. Given that Lucy was in love with both brothers at one time or another, we really wanted to see how things played out for everyone involved.
I guess you might say he gave me the world. Peter once asked me when it was that I fell in love with Jack. And I told him. It was while you were sleeping.
And if we could have gotten more of Jack's wacky and loving family, well, that would have been great too.
Well, we all know who Lucy's type is.
These mashed potatoes are so creamy.
You like brunettes?
I could never make a good pot roast.
You need good beef.
Number 7, The Breakfast Club.
Just so different. I can see your face.
Is that good or bad?
Wait, before you angrily head to the comments, just know that we don't completely dislike the film's ending. It does have one of the most iconic air punches in the history of cinema, after all.
And an athlete.
And a basket case. A princess.
And a criminal. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
But because things played out so well, it left us wanting more. And by more, we mean 2 more days. The film takes place during an all-day Saturday detention, where varied high school kids learn to see past stereotypes and respect one another.
How do you know where Vernon went?
I don't.
Well, then how do you know when he'll be back?
I don't. Being bad feels pretty good. Huh?
But what happened at school on Monday? Were the relationships formed on Saturday maintained? Or did everything just go back to the way it was before the Breakfast Club? We need to know.
I don't think the kind of friends I'd have would mind.
I just want to tell each of you that I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, and I will not.
Number 6, Grease. Grease and a sleepover party go together like rama-lama-lama ding-a-da-ding-da-dong.
We go together like rama-lama-lama-ding-a-ding-da-dong. Remember forever as shoo-bop-shoo-wada-wada-yippity-boom-da-dong.
However, upon further review, the film's ending leaves us slightly unsatisfied, and it's only partly because of the flying car. Unless we're talking Doc and Marty, a flying car at the end of a film just feels completely out of left field. Our biggest issue with the conclusion of Grease is how Sandy completely changes who she is for Danny.
Tell me about it, stud.
And it's not just the new greaser look, but her attitude as well. It would have been more satisfying had Danny decided to just love her for who she was instead.
What happened to the Danny Zuko I met at the beach?
Well, I do not know. I mean, maybe, maybe there's 2 of us, right? Why don't you take out a missing persons ad or try the yellow pages? I don't know.
Number 5, La La Land.
I just heard you play, and I want to...
Near the end of La La Land, Mia and Seb acknowledge that they love each other, but sadly go their separate ways in order to follow their career dreams.
You gotta give it everything you got. Everything. It's your dream.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta follow my own plan, you know? Stay here. Get my own thing going.
Cut to 5 years later, and Mia has made it as an actress and has a happy family. As luck would have it, Mia and her husband happen upon Sebastian's jazz club. As Seb plays piano on stage, a montage shows Mia and Seb back together, successful and raising a family. But then the montage fades back to reality.
Sure, we understand that sometimes love isn't enough, and you never know where life will take you. But to give us the ending we wanted only to jolt it away, well, that made us more than a tad angry. Number 4, The Devil Wears Prada.
I wanted to say that you were right about everything.
While on the whole, this movie has sharp dialogue, even sharper costumes, and a downright groundbreaking cast, the end would likely be tweaked if made today. It would be all too easy to assume that HR nightmare Miranda Priestley is there to antagonise protagonist Andy.
We have all the published Harry Potter books. Twins want to know what happens next.
You want the unpublished manuscript?
Well, we know everyone in publishing. It shouldn't be a problem, should it? And you can do anything, right?
Think again. Since the film's release in 2006, the internet seems to have dubbed Andy's boyfriend Nate as the true villain. Nate spends the movie ignoring Andy's career aspirations, albeit from a place of concern from her work/life balance, until they break up.
I wouldn't care if you were out there pole dancing all night, as long as you did it with a little integrity. You used to say this was just a job. You used to make fun of the runway girls. What happened? Now you've become one of them.
Once Andy leaves Runway and has a conversation with Nate at the film's end, it's a little ambiguous whether they'll get back together and stay that way. Since they both have so much growing up to do, the film should have given them the space to do that.
We might be able to figure something out.
You think?
Yeah.
Number 3, Happiest Season.
You think she's so innocent? All of this is happening because Harper is...
Most of the time we find ourselves unsatisfied with a rom-com if the couple doesn't get together in the end. However, with Happiest Season, we were unsatisfied because they did.
You are my family. I mean, you are the love of my life. I was terrible, and I wish that I could undo everything, but I promise you I will make it up to you.
Abby and Harper, the couple in question, spend the Christmas holidays at Harper's family home. While it was really nice of Harper to invite Abby, she unfortunately asks her to pretend to be her straight roommate, as she is not yet out to her family. The situation gets worse when her sister Sloane discovers the truth. When she outs Harper, she denies it, ultimately hurting Abby greatly.
It doesn't mean she never will be. And it doesn't mean she doesn't love you.
I want to be with someone who is ready.
In the end, there are apologies and kisses, but we still don't understand how Abby could stay with Harper after what she put her through.
Abby, what are you doing way over there? Get in here.
Come on.
Okay, everyone say Christmas.
No, don't say that.
Number 2, Love Actually. Like The Big Bang Theory's Raj Koothrappali, we very much see the power of this film.
Bonita Aurelia, eu vim aqui para te pedir para casar comigo.
The ending, however, could have done more for some characters. While some of the love stories are wrapped up nicely, others left us wanting to know what transpired next. For instance, what happened with Harry, Karen and Mia?
Would you wait around to find
Good
out
night.
if it... No, Happy Christmas. Would you wait around to find out if it's just a necklace or if it's sex and a necklace or if, worst of all, it's a necklace and love? Would you stay, knowing life would always be a little bit worse?
Does Harry's affair turn into something real with Mia? What does Karen do next? And what about Daniel and Carol? Does the bump and smile lead to anything in the future?
Yeah. Well, I hope we'll meet again, Karen.
Carol. I'll make sure we do.
We want to know. Scratch that. We demand to know.
I never told your mom enough. I should have told her every day because she was perfect every day. You've seen the films, kiddo. It ain't over till it's over.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, My Best Friend's Wedding. Was it sacrilegious that rom-com queen Julia Roberts didn't get the guy in My Best Friend's Wedding?
And he gives me this look. And then he said the thing that makes me want to cry is I'm losing the best friend I ever had. And at that moment, I knew. I felt the same way.
Not in this case. Cameron Diaz's character was the better match for Dermot Mulroney's Michael, as she was the one he truly loved.
I woke up and I see that the world is just as it should be. For my best friend has won the best woman.
However, while the right couple got married, the ending left too many questions about Robert's character Julianne. Did she learn anything from the experience? Will she be happy without Michael? Did she finally embrace her sentimentality and become okay with the yucky love stuff?
Life goes on. Maybe there won't be marriage. Maybe there won't be sex. But by God, there'll be dancing.
These are the answers we were hoping for.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.